The Ford F-150 Raptor is the genesis of the performance off-road truck segment. It really was the thing that started this whole craze of having a super powerful truck that can be super fast on the road while also very capable off-road. Now, it originally had a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 from Ford, not counting the Shelby variants and all that made around 400-ish horsepower, which wasn't bad. But then Ford did something that really irritated the fan base of this truck. They put a twin-turbo V6 in it. And, well, it's a good engine. The EcoBoost is a really good engine, but it wasn't the V8. And it just didn't make the noise that everybody wanted a big, bad, wide truck to make. But now they've done something. Now they've corrected their mistake. And if you shell out $31,000 more, you get yourself this. This right here is a 2024 Ford F-150 Raptor, but not just any Raptor. This is the Raptor R, which means it's packing a 5.2 liter supercharged, whiskey drinking, bald eagle screaming V8 under the hood. And it sounds really good. My name is Evo, and you're watching God Next. Now, Ford really had to do this. I'm a firm believer that they had to put a V8 in the Raptor for the sole reason of Dodge did. Dodge took their Ram 1500 and they stuffed the biggest, baddest V8 that they could find, which was their Hellcat motor, and they put it in the Ram. And the thing made 707 horsepower and pretty much destroyed the Raptor. It wasn't even close. So then Ford had to go back to the drawing book and they had to come up with something, because at the end of the day, they can't just have Dodge be faster than them, can they? Thus, we have this. Now, this engine here, the 5.2 liter Predator V8, was directly pulled from the Shelby GT500 and stuffed in a truck. They took the Raptor, took the EcoBoost out, put the V8 in, and called it a day. It has the same 10 speed as the V6. It has the same body, same everything. This thing just has some minor differences, which we'll start with the exterior because that's kind of where the biggest differences are. The biggest difference that I can give you on the exterior is that you'll see all over the truck, there's these little red R's all over, which signify this is a Raptor R. Now, you'll see at the front, you have that little R. You have it down the side if you get the graphics package. It'll say Raptor, and then the last letter is red, which is code red, the color that this generation Raptor launched with. It looks super aggressive on the exterior. This truck comes standard with 37-inch tires, which also come with beadlock wheels. Now, you can't really get you can't do 35s, you only do 37s, which is kind of detrimental in my opinion, because when you drive this truck, it drives like an off-road truck. But when you're on the highway doing 70, 75 miles an hour, the steering wheel has a lot of kind of vibration, a lot of play in it, which, yes, people are going to be like, you're just complaining, but this is an off-road truck. Sure. Most people that spend $113,000 on a truck like this are not going to off-road it. They're not like me and you. They're not going to take this thing off-road, and they're not going to use it how you're supposed to. They're going to start it up. They're going to drive their kids to 4th grade. Then they're going to go to the mall, and then they're going to go home. And that's it. Because that's what people that spend that much money really do with these kind of trucks. Now, it's bad. That's a shame, because this truck's potential is off-road. This whole thing was built around being able to go off-road and destroy everything in its path. And this truck is very capable of that. That engine up front produces 720 horsepower. 720 horsepower in a pickup truck. Like, what? And I mean, all I need to do is, I'm going to show you guys what happens if I just put my foot down for 2 seconds. I mean, it's instant. This thing is wicked fast. This is a crazy fast pickup truck. You wrap your head around that statement. Just think about for 2 seconds what I'm saying. Crazy and fast and pickup truck in the same sentence. That's only possible now. 20 years ago, sure, we had the Lightning, but the Lightning made, what, 400 horsepower? It was fast, but it wasn't crazy. This has 720 horsepower in a pickup truck that you can put your kids in and your dog and go on a camping trip. Like, what? Talk about excess. That is the key word of this whole review, is excess. Do you need a 720 horsepower V8 Raptor? No. No, you don't. Because I would actually go as far as saying the regular Raptor is a better off-road vehicle than this. Now, many of you, hold on, get your hands off the keyboard. Before you crucify me, 1 second. The reason I say that is because the regular Raptor starts at $78,000 as a base truck. You get a 500 horsepower V8, V6, excuse me. You can see what I'm thinking about. You get a 500 horsepower V6 with twin turbos that arguably sounds really good for a V6, and you get everything else this truck has for $30,000 less dollars. That's essentially what you're paying for, is a V8. It's 30 grand for a V8. Now, is this truck limited? Sure, it is a limited production truck. But if you're in the sole market of looking at, should I get a regular Raptor or the Raptor R? Do you need a Raptor R? I mean, let's look at some of the interior differences. This being a 24 has a newer Sync 4 system. It has the full digital gauge. And for the first time ever in a Ford Raptor, you have a heads-up display, which I gotta say, that is one of the best heads-up displays I've ever seen in my life. It is crystal clear. It doesn't fade out with the sun or anything. And it shows you exactly what you want it to show you. Now, on the interior, you do get the typical Raptor bucket seats that are made by Recaro, and they do say Raptor R on them, or it just says Raptor with a little R at the end. And in here on the center console, you have embroidered in-stitching Raptor R with orange stitching all over, which is code orange stitching. But again, $30,000 is a lot of money. That's more than some new cars. You could buy a Ford Escape for less than 30 grand. That's a whole car. Do you really need that just to get some orange stitching, some, nice exterior graphics in a V8? At the end of the day, I can't make that decision for you guys. It's up to you to decide. I mean, does it sound good? Oh yeah. It's angry and it's pissed, it sounds awesome, but it's 30 grand. Let me know down below what you guys think. I'm very curious because I don't know. I'm genuinely, I'm on the line. It doesn't make any sense. The truck doesn't make sense. You don't need 720 horsepower and a V8 when the regular Raptor's 30 grand cheaper and it does the same thing this truck does. But then you start it up. You put the exhaust in sport mode. You mash the gas pedal. And then all of a sudden it all becomes worth it. Let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if I'm a complete idiot or if I'm actually making sense. And make sure you stick around because we got more videos like this coming. I'll see you guys in the next video.